Zero series. I'm Crow with Hands of Change.
And I'm Gaia. And this particular video is going to be, so what's the difference between paganism and Wicca?
As part of the community, even if you're on the outskirts of the community, you're probably going to hear the terms Wicca and pagan used a lot, and sometimes interchangeably, which can make things a little confusing. We want to share the difference between what they are and what they aren't.
Pagan is the umbrella word for polytheistic, nature-based religions, and Wicca is just one way you can experience and practice pagan spirituality.
Some would say that Wicca is a subset of pagan, and so that Wicca is to pagan as, say, Presbyterianism or Catholicism is to Christianity. In that way, then, that pagans include Wiccans, Druids, and other polytheists. So you could say that all Wiccans are pagan, but not all pagans are Wiccan.
Right, and a lot of Wiccan people actually embrace the term witch as well, but not all Wiccans really as witch. Some people believe that Wiccans are the clergy and pagans are kind of like the lay people. So in this view, Wicca is usually those who have been initiated into the practice, either by themselves or by other practitioners. Some will say that pagan is a little less structured way of worshiping the goddess than Wicca is.
Wicca means to bend or shape. Besides worshiping both gods and goddesses, we recognize the ability to change our world through working with the 5 elements represented by the pentacle. We revere nature, and believing that the divinity of the gods is the same within us and nature, we're all one, and divinity is connected to us inextricably. So I have the god and goddess in me, and so do you.
There are several different types of Wicca, from Gardanian to Dianic to Strega. Hands of Change practices its own brand of Eclectic Wicca, which includes everything from Native American, Eastern influences, British Wicca traditions, various healing and shamanic traditions, Celtic practices, and Greek and Sumerian practices as well.
And there's lots more, way more than we could even list, because we are that eclectic.
Right. And if you ever end up coming to one of our rituals and you don't like it, come to the next one, because they are so vastly different in what each one of us practices.
One of the things that pagan theology includes the idea that everything is sacred. And of course, sacredness means different things to different people. All parts of the universe are sacred. All are precious and worthy of respect and careful handling. There's a feeling of kinship and connection. We're all brothers and sisters. Sacredness could be approved or created or blessed by deity and therefore holy. We kind of look at it as deity is permeating the universe in one way or another.
Nothing is cut off or isolated from divinity. Dualism states that some things are bad and some things are good, but that has no meaning to a pagan. Dualism says somehow that the physical is at war with the spiritual, but that has no meaning to a pagan. We believe that there is a continuum or a polarity, that everything falls along in one form or another at one time or another, and it can change. So if nothing is cut off from the divine, neither are you. You're not born somehow unworthy of God's love. You're not somehow unworthy of the love and respect of those around you. Human nature is not inherently flawed. People may choose to act destructively, but behavior is a separate issue from the inherent rightness of our natures. We are all worthy of God's love.
And we all have it. Whether you realize it or not, you're loved. Know that and love yourself as well. So, thanks for joining us today. Again, leave your comments, suggestions down below on our little comment section, and come on back and join us for the rest of our videos in this series. Have a wonderful day, and thanks for joining us.